The only thing which will help a business, I will suggest you, is contextual content at scale. If you want higher margins and you don't want to focus on this type of prospects where there are already cash flow issues going on, then you need to have a complete understanding of the industries which are going well. They are cash rich, the companies can afford to pay that much. However, they are looking for exclusive services to help their clients.
Hello.
Hi, Sonia.
Hi.
Hi, this is Ameya here. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. You pronounce your name Ameya?
That's right. That's right.
Oh, very nice. Okay. I'm doing pretty good. And yourself?
I'm doing very well. Thank you. Good time to speak now?
Th- Yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay. It's my pleasure. You watched some of my videos on YouTube and
Yes, I watched so many of them. It's so well. You explain everything so well. But one of the things for me when I like to learn, I like to get in touch with someone. I also visited your website and I was going to purchase some of the items on there, but I said, let me talk to you and kind of understand what you're teaching and then kind of tell
sure.
you like where I'm trying to go with my call center I have now and see
Sure.
if you can help me, if you can coach me, and if some of your programs will fit for me.
Absolutely. It will be my pleasure. So what can I do for you?
Okay, so I have a small call center.
Okay.
We have around 50, it's growing. It has about 51 people on the platform.
Okay.
And what I do is I have two different contracts. And the first one I started, so my background is I'm an IT consultant is my profession.
Mm-hmm.
And I started my IT career. As a matter of fact, that's not even my degree, what I went to school for. I'm actually a law student.
Okay.
But as growing up, I found out that I really was intrigued with IT, and so I started my IT career 21 years ago in a call center.
Okay.
But the call center was actually for a company, a corporate company, and we worked in corporate where we answered, help desk tickets and stuff like that.
All right. Okay.
And then, so I ended up moving into project management as I grew with the company. I stayed with the company for about 11 years, and then, and then I moved on. But I'm still in the IT field. I still do consulting sometimes. So I opened a call center last year, and then I have another a small contract, and this is where we do outbound calls, where we try to do appointment setting. So you set up appointments for the sales team, and
Sure.
this is a B2B. But my vision for me, especially with what's happening now, because lately we've had a lot of people signing up for the opportunity,
Right.
and so my vision is that I want to be able to go out and vet out my own contract. I want to do my own.
Got you.
I am also an expert with CRM systems. I've worked projects with Salesforce, with SAP C4C, with Zoho CRM,
Awesome.
and Microsoft Dynamics CRM. I do projects for companies on the CRM. So I started CRM in 2008 when it was not very popular. It was just coming up on the scene.
Right.
And I started with Salesforce. So I'm familiar with CRM, and I currently use Zoho for my call center automation now.
Great.
But
Okay.
I do see a vision where I want to put people to work, and I want to put people to work not just only in the US, but I would like to go internationally. I do work with a Swiss company, I work with a German company, and they're global. And so that's my vision. I just want like a mentor. I want some help. I do not mind
Sure.
paying for what I need to get. I just want direction, and I have been searching for some time, and I do not know why I never came up on your video, but I think I put in a different search.
Okay.
I think I may have put in like a BPO or something, and that's when your videos came up.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So here we are. I think I'm so glad. We got connected, and I think the world is small. And
It is small. Yes.
so
Yes, I was actually I was traveling. I traveled to India in January of this year.
oh, is it okay?
Yes,
So
I was in Mumbai and Pune.
oh, and I stay in Pune, so we just missed the
Oh, you stay
opportunity
in
of
Pune.
meeting.
Oh wow, yes. And I came down for some meetings, and then I ended up meeting with a company to do some training in Pune.
Okay, okay.
Mm,
That's
yes.
quite interesting. And
Yes.
where is your office or call center? Oh, you said it's a virtual call center, right?
It's
Everybody's working
virtual.
from.
Yes, it's virtual.
Yes.
So I have an office in Houston, Texas,
Okay. Okay.
and then everyone works virtually.
Understood. Understood. All right.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. So now, when it comes to especially the business module,
Mhm.
my area of interest and area of work when it comes to BPO industry, it is more towards the captive centers to help American businesses to set up their own offshore center in countries like India, Philippines, Costa Rica, or Southern American countries, and then help these companies basically as a consultant with build, operate, and transfer modules. So instead of they taking all the efforts, we actually get involved and we help them to build the entire business, operate it, where we do the entire process, transitioning, training, employee selection, everything. We actually develop the entire business and then hand it over, so we transfer it. So that's my area of expertise and area of interest.
Mhm.
Now in call center, the processes which works is like, as you said, appointment generation or sales or inbound outbound sales or debt collection or customer service. These are the typical services which are given. But
Mhm.
this captive model is basically not limited to one or two services.
Okay.
The services are extended to set up the entire office. So that may consist of, even in the future, if they need some software maintenance and development support, so the same
Mhm.
offshore center can even, they can give the services when it comes to IT infrastructure or such services. So it's a combination
Mhm.
of both BPO and IT.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so my focus is on customer service.
Okay.
Um, it's always been, that's a strength of mine that I have, and that's why this Swiss company sends me to work on the CRM projects and to just develop relationships with the different departments and
Sure.
with also vendors as well. And so that is my strong suit. So I do love the even though we do make outbound calls for one company now,
Right.
um, my strength would be for us to take inbound calls to do customer service. And so that is the route that I'm going.
Okay.
I want to get to a point where I am actually vetting out companies like Amazon and Home Depot and Walmart to take their calls.
Wow. Okay.
I can start small. It doesn't have to be a big giant like Amazon.
Right.
Um, but that is my vision. I just do not know how to get there because right now what I'm doing, I have a middleman, and what I do for me to make profit, I only charge the agents. I do 1099 where I do not take out taxes,
Sure.
and I give them exactly what the company is paying. So if the company is paying $14 an hour, I give them $14 an hour. And the way I make money is I charge them a platform fee and administrative fees, where I call it's called the IBO fees.
Okay.
And so I'm making for each agent, I profit around $80 a month.
Okay.
Now it doesn't sound like it's a lot, but when you have a hundred agents working, 100+ agents working, you are making, you have a six-figure business.
Sure. Sure.
And so I just want to be able to know how to really set up, because of course I know I have Zoho One license. So Zoho has where they have the call center feature. You can add the telephony on there and all of that.
Yes.
And those things, because I'm technically savvy, so I know about those things. I
Sure.
just need the direction, and I'm not on the computer right now, but I saw you had a class. You had a package that tells you all the different ways to what you need to set it up.
Sure.
And so for me, I would like to know how, and I am going to get some of your classes because I think it's going to help me. I believe in educating myself.
Sure, sure.
I just want to know, like, is it, how do I go about, or go about getting those deals, and I was thinking that this BPO option would be the way to find it because I just don't know.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a good question. I think let's, before we come to that point, I'm little bit interested to know is that, so at the moment you're paying your agents and employees somewhere around 10 or $11 per hour. Is that what you're paying?
Yes, some of it is, yeah, we have around 10, usually the positions is $10 to $14 an hour.
Okay. And that's your cost for per employee per hour.
Yes, that's my cost. Yes.
So I think, yeah, before going to the next point of how you can get the large companies on board, I wanted to ask you is that, so have you ever considered that hiring employees from any countries like India, Philippines, or even from Southern American countries like Costa Rica would cost like between $4.50 to $5 per hour? So that might.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I actually can. Right now, I can only hire people in the U.S.
Oh, is it? Okay. Okay. Understood. So you mean to say that they have some kind of contract where you can hire employees from only from US or outside US? Okay.
Exactly. Yes. It's only on the U.S. And as a matter of fact, there's like 6 states I cannot hire people from.
Oh, okay.
Outbound calls,
Right.
I can hire people from anywhere, and all they need is to have internet service and a headset.
Sure. Sure. Okay. All right. That's interesting.
We need a lot of people for those. And that one I can pay, so it's per appointment set. So we pay them, they get paid $25 a week, which is this is just the base salary. The base salary
Sure.
is $25 per week plus I give them $25 for every appointment that they set.
Sure. Understood.
Yes, every appointment they set. I try to be very fair with my pricing.
Sure.
And I can lower this, but I've done the calculation. So what I do is I give those agents that do outbound calls,
Sure.
they get $25 a week. It doesn't matter if they make appointments or not, they get $25. And then every appointment they set, they get $25.
Okay. Okay. So that's,
Yes.
I think that's interesting. But then you're thinking that there might be some, I think, hard competition coming up. So it's better to have some other clients on board. Yes.
Exactly. And it's a lot of restrictions. So yes, I do get people to work, and I have people working now. But I just really would like to find different opportunities for me to be able to put people to work.
Sure.
Because I can build the infrastructure. It's just a lot of people, especially now with what has happened, a lot of people may not have a landline in their
Sure.
home.
Sure.
And most people nowadays, everyone has internet service.
Right.
And so I want to be able to put people to work. And so I cannot tell them about their platform. That's their platform.
Right.
And it would be, for me, my vision would be that if I could build a platform, but then get certain companies, and then I can go along with the details, like you say, about the details of what the contract, what the SLAs would be, etc.
Got it. So basically, what you're saying is that you would like to be a marketplace where the vendors can come to you and they would inquire for some projects or some work, and where you can assign.
Yes, exactly.
Got it. That's a good strategy. I really liked it, Sonia. I think it's an excellent strategy, and you can definitely take an advantage of it. Why not? So
Yes.
my only way that I can say, I don't know if you have ever thought about this, but if you would like to have this type of clients on board and multiple clients on board, right from small, medium to large size, all kinds of companies on board. The only solution, because CRM will take care of sales, like you do the outbound calls, or you do the email campaigns, and then you generate appointments and everything. So it's a completely sales focused solutions which comes on CRM, and you're already familiar with that. You are tech savvy. The only thing which will help a business, I will suggest you, is contextual content at scale. So if you are able to generate a huge amount of content on three platforms, especially on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook, every single day, what your company does, what services they offer, what is the pricing, and how it exactly benefits your customers or even vendors. So you said that you want to be a marketplace. So in that case, your stakeholders are going to be vendors as well as your clients. So why vendors should choose your company, how they will be benefited. So if you could produce such a high amount of volume of content, contextual content, again I will say, then I think that's the only solution that I see that that can bring you really great results.
Okay. Okay.
And that requires a lot of patience.
Yes.
Usually the results you will see within 180 days, so around 6 months time. However, you have to do it with a lot of discipline, and you have to be so consistent that you actually start taking the advantage of the social media platforms and professional media like LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a really great tool because it's like a Facebook, which was there when it started back in 2007. So you still get really great results through organic search. You just put something on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn will actually organically will show it to your targeted audience, because people, it's still in early days. So I think you can take complete advantage of that.
Okay. So that's good. So what some on your courses and your on online on your website, like what would you recommend for someone in my position right now?
See, there are two ways. The very basic one is basically, to understand what is the captive model and how the industry diversification is and which industries you should focus on. That is taken care in the executive program, which is the very first one that I recommend. Why it is important is because I see the call center owners, like yesterday only I had one of the call with a guy from Georgia, and their main focus was basically to get any kind of campaigns or any kind of clients on board. So people literally take any processes like limousine booking or some kind of appointment generation where there are really thin margins. The margins are not really high. So I always recommend that you should only focus on the clients and industries which are cash rich, which are not struggling themselves, that they are not on really high cost saving mode where they're trying to save every single dollar. If that is the case, then you as a vendor is also going to be in trouble, or you will have very short term ROI, return on investments. So if you want long-term ROI, and if you are looking for something like higher margins, not thin margins, then you should focus on industries which are. Hello.
Oh, we got disconnected. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry about that. So yeah, if you want higher margins, and you don't want to focus on this type of prospects where there are already cash flow issues going on, then you need to have a complete understanding of the industries which are going well. They are cash rich. The companies can afford to pay that much. However, they are looking for exclusive services to help their clients. Like maybe they want to make their operations 24/7 running, or they want some the call center agents or BPO agents who can have multilingual skills like Spanish and English, or Spanish, French and English. So they may have certain requirements, but they have absolutely no issues in paying the money. So they are not in that. So I really liked, I don't know to what extent the profit margins you are getting from the existing clients, but I say that, if you focus on the right industries, that will definitely help you. So that information is there on my executive program.
Okay.
And the second program is, there are a couple of things that I have actually created, but the other one is called as a premium member, where I actually get involved in your business. I become a member of your business, where I give 4 hours every week, and then actually help your business to take things further. So even if it's a content strategy, I represent your business. So I, actually, instead of just as a consultant or just as an outside person, I get involved and I represent the company to take the operations further and get clients on board. So that comes under
Ah,
the premium program.
okay. Okay. And okay, so that's good. So I'll look at that. And then what so I looked up BPO. I had never heard of this terminology before.
Okay.
And I looked it up. But can you, in your words, tell me like what the BPO really, what is it?
Yes. BPO is
But I
basically the business process outsourcing.
okay.
Yeah, and there are couple of, when it comes to outsourcing your business, there are different divisions, we can say, or different work modules. So there is business process outsourcing to take care of all data processing, and when it comes to the contact with clients. So the contact with clients could, it could be in terms of anything: customer service, sales, inbound, outbound sales, debt collections. It could be anything. So basically, BPO consists of two things, which is data processing and your customer contact. Then apart from BPO, you have a KPO, which is knowledge process outsourcing, where you have services like engineering and designing. There are some companies in Detroit who have outsourced their work to India, which are manufacturing companies, but they have, outsourced their designing work and some complex
Ah,
work. That's called as knowledge process outsourcing. And then there are some more,
okay.
yeah, there are some more parallel uh, terms like legal process outsourcing, then recruitment process outsourcing. So these are basically the terms used in outsourcing industry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So, one last question, and then I can figure out where I can go from there. In the
sure.
premium membership,
Uh-huh.
I know you said you come and you help and you kind of like represent the company.
Yes.
So in my case, if I'm in the premium membership,
Sure.
and I'm looking for a contract for customer service
Uh-huh.
where I can hire people from wherever and to make phone calls for certain companies.
Sure.
You would come in and represent the company.
That's correct. That's correct. So basically, you can actually count on me, and I actually, I give my hard efforts, work experience, everything, limited to 4 hours, because it's a 4 hours every week. But that I think it's a sufficient time in the beginning
Mm-hmm.
stage, where I can, actually can take, help to take your business ahead.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's not only on yourself. So at the moment, if it's only you who is working and trying to take things further, you of course need somebody, to help you and to actually share it and to take things further.
Mm-hmm.
So in that platform, yes, I actually represent it. So I consider as like, I get associated with your business,
Mm-hmm.
and then I start representing it on my channels and LinkedIn, and I start sharing it to some of the companies, and that's how we basically
Got you.
strategize. Yes.
Got you. But you
Yes.
would recommend right now for me to do the executive program
Yes.
for where I am today. And then when I'm ready to scale, because I want to really seriously, this is really a vision of mine for a very long time.
Sure.
I think the executive program will be able to help me kind of scale the one I have for the appointment setters.
Well, executive program will help you to understand, as I said, that which industries you should be focusing on and where you can get higher margins and how you should basically strategize your business.
Gotcha. Yeah, but I still think the executive program was kind of still give me, because I've never taken a class on
Sure,
call centers. I think it would still give me an overview,
it
and then
will.
maybe it could give me a more direction for me to start thinking bigger. And
Right.
then I really think this premium membership program would really help me out to the point where, like you said, like if I want to get my own clients, I think with your background that could really help me to go and get, maybe I can find an industry, and if I decide to start taking calls for the banking industry, or even companies like QuickBooks that provides banking, because I use QuickBooks for my payroll,
Absolutely.
and they would answer, then I think it would be great for me to be connected with someone with your background in the
Sure.
premium membership. And in that way, if I'm looking for like my next contract, then I can
Sure.
actually put people to work because I have these people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. 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 Well, this sounds really good. I'm like really excited, and a lot of people now are wanting to work from home. Some people also looking for second jobs because of what has happened, and I feel that if us can get contracts from Home Depot and Amazon and Apple, I think that my call center could just do the exact same thing because I'm recruiting. So
Right. Right. Absolutely. I think it's
yeah.
there are really great opportunities. I think once you go through, especially the project planning part of executive program,
Mhm.
you may get some more ideas about exactly what I mean. I have given some examples also there. So especially when it comes to captive centers, build, operate, transfer module, in outsourcing also, the entire discussion what we had is basically on FTE, full-time employees, and then their hourly pricing. But there are different ways of we can actually generate our revenue and source revenue sources. So I think it might give you definitely some good information. And when
Mhm.
we again get on a call next time, I'm sure that we'll have whole different discussion.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Yes, I will go ahead and I will get the executive program, and I'll go through that,
sure.
and then I will connect back with you. I'll message you, and then we can talk more about the premium membership. But I really want to see what that is. And I do, because I also want to find a place for me to start hiring a lot more people for this opportunity to make outbound calls,
Yes,
because it's so easy. There's a dialer that they use on the computer, and they get a list every day. The list is right there online. They call the
sure.
number, and it's a B2B opportunity. And
Right.
it's just setting the appointment. Once you set the appointment, you do the transfer, and we have someone that does all of the training. And so this opportunity, I'm ready to really start working towards.
Right, right,
And
right.
absolutely, I can hire people anywhere from Costa Rica, from anywhere.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate your time. I'm going to go on the computer here shortly, and then I will go ahead and get this executive program.
Absolutely, Sonia. I look forward to connect you there as well. And
Yes.
before we conclude, I always ask this question to everybody, that I make the phone calls with. That our phone calls, when you ask questions and when there are exchange of thoughts, this also helps me as a content for my YouTube and some of the platforms. When I share some of the glimpse of it, I have shared some of the phone calls with people that I have attended. So I asked their permission, do you mind if I will share some of the glimpse of this phone call on my YouTube channel so people will
Oh,
get
I don't
benefited?
mind at all. No, absolutely. You can. Absolutely.
Okay, okay, that will be really great for our audience on YouTube channel.
Yes, yes, because it has helped me. I heard you did a call with someone in Texas, and
Yes, Yes.
It really helped me because of the questions he asked.
Exactly. Yes, it does help. And you also asked a lot of important questions, so that will be great.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Well, thank you so much.
So yes, I look forward to have you enrolled in executive program, and let's take it further.
Okay. Yes. And you
Absolutely.
have a good weekend.
You too. You too. Wish you a very good weekend.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye now.